My best friend Matt recently purchased a Samsung Galaxy phone. Now, me being the iPhone guy, I tried to persuade him into going towards the iPhone, but he wouldn't budge. He liked the bigger screen. I'm not sure exactly why, but he wouldn't budge. I tried to persuade him month after month to go over to the iPhone, but still he wouldn't move. So the last time I saw him, he had loaded a old Nintendo game emulator onto his phone, which allows him to run old Nintendo games. And I was really jealous. So I tried looking for comparable applications for the iPhone to do essentially the same thing, but I couldn't find anything. So I began to think of the question, why can't the iPhone and Android run the same applications? So through my education with Full Sail, I found a piece of software called PhoneGap, which essentially allows development for all mobile platforms without knowing the individual programming language. Now, computer jargon aside, how is this possible, you ask? Well, it's based on the same principles as website design. So basically, you create a website and then it gets converted into an application that is native for your device. So it sits on your device, which is amazing. It's kind of like viewing a really, really interactive website only on your phone. And for those apps that are iOS and Android only, using this bit of technology to initially make your application, you're able to wipe off the whole platform dependency altogether. Now, let me back up a little bit and tell you a little bit about my mobile development background. When I was young, I was a tinker. I loved playing with electronics, and I started getting into software when I was in high school. It wasn't until the iPhone, which I became initially extremely interested in. So I wanted to dive into that, and I wanted to explore that more. So I became serious about it and decided to seek a career and seek education in it. So I finally made the jump to become more educated in it. I was introduced in website creation early on in my education, but I really didn't know how it tied into each individual platform until we learned about PhoneGap. I was able to make that connection. I built apps that utilized picture-taking capabilities. I also made applications that utilized GPS, so it knew where your location was at. And all of this using web technology, which is awesome. So website development, you're able to do all this. So let me tell you a little bit more about this piece of software. PhoneGap allows developers to create applications without knowing the core language of the device. All the main features of the device are there to be utilized, which is amazing. So like camera and GPS and contacts, you're able to access through this. This and cross-platform development are what make this alternative so special. So let me dive a little deeper into what this piece of software can do. PhoneGap is capable of running on most any mobile platform. The article PhoneGap for Mobile Cross-Development Platform by Lakshmi Balu stated that PhoneGap has integrated web technologies and native development with a cross-platform approach, the web being the only part that is portable, meaning the only common part between all mobile platforms is the web and their browsers. PhoneGap is able to create applications that are universal through the use of well-known web-based technologies. All major features of the device are there for you to take advantage of too. So like the camera, the GPS, contacts, and all of that are available for you. And this is all available through their website. Using familiar web development practices and techniques, the user can create interesting and genuine applications. So the technology that went into creating PhoneGap has brought together many different platforms into one place for development. This opens up new possibilities for developers like myself to make applications across the board. My experience with PhoneGap has been extremely positive. I can't wait to develop more for this. Using PhoneGap, I was able to bridge the gap between all platforms and develop for a single entity. This is absolutely huge. I hope that with that I have shown you that the boundaries for development have really been broken down. With this piece of software, you can pretty much make any application that you want across the board, and that is absolutely huge. So I hope I translated that well to everybody here. And that is my presentation. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys soon.